Hey friends, welcome to the final episode of Building Wealth Through Homeownership. I'm Liz Holterhaus, your real estate partner in the Outer Banks, coming to you from OBX for Sale Real Estate Group, powered by Keller Williams. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're either already a homeowner or just about to become one. In today's episode, we're here to talk about what to expect during your first year as a homeowner, because owning a home doesn't stop at closing. It's just the beginning. Owning a home is the biggest investment you'll ever make, and keeping it in top notch is super important. All the improvements, all the upgrades, all the maintenance that you do today will equate to dollars when you decide to sell, whether that's 3, 5, 7, 8, 10 years from now. Let's talk about how to make the most of this exciting new chapter. I've got 5 key tips to help you navigate your first year with confidence. First of all, budget for ongoing expenses. Owning a home means you're now responsible for everything, the lawn to the roof. Start by setting a monthly budget that includes your utilities, routine maintenance like HVAC servicing or gutter cleaning, and unexpected repairs because things break, trust me. It's also important to learn how to do some of these things yourself if you're able. Cleaning a gutter is a messy task, but it's not hard unless your roofs are super high. A blower works amazingly well on clogged gutters with leaves and pine straw and things like that. And then also take some time to learn how to do some of the smaller things, the caulking that needs to be refreshed and done from time to time to keep leaks from happening around the exterior of windows or around your tubs inside your house. Keep a fresh coat of paint on everything. Use your local hardware stores that teach you how to do some of this stuff. Get out there and learn how to do this stuff. Replacing a toilet that has a bad seal or replacing the wax seal is actually not hard to do at all. I've done it many times myself. But after all, having said that, it's still smart to set aside 1 to 2% of your home's value annually for maintenance and repairs. And of course, that's going to depend on what you are able to do. Step 2, get to know your home. Take time to learn the ins and outs of your home. Locate your important shutoffs like your water main valve, your electric panel, and your gas shutoff. Go back to that home inspection that we had weeks ago, pull it out, and review it again. Walk through your home looking at all those items that were described on that home inspection, and you're going to get very familiar with your home. And your home inspection should tell you where these main items are. Your water main valve, if you have city water, you're responsible for any leaks from the valve to the house. So my suggestion to you too is if you leave for extended periods of time, you go on vacation for a week or two, just simply shut your water off at the street and you won't have to worry about those things. Get to know your electric panel. Get to know what it looks like if you have a tripped breaker, but also learn how to shut off the main breaker if you would ever need to do so. Also, learn what receptacles, plugs, and switches are on each GFCI breaker. And those are the little breakers that are near water sources that have the little push buttons. So if you plug in something and that receptacle is not responsive, it could be that something caused that GFCI breaker to switch. Sometimes they just get old and they switch easily. Power surges, things like that can cause them to switch as well. And just learn that the one by your front door is off of the GFCI by your half bath or whatever that situation is, and learn to check that first before you call out an electrician and end up with a service call that you really didn't need. Make a home maintenance checklist and include things like changing filters, checking smoke detectors, servicing systems, and stick to it. A little effort can go a long way in preventing major issues later. One of the things that I do, and I've always done in Eastern North Carolina, I've always had a septic system, and I put on my calendar every single month, the first of the month, right around the time the mortgage is due, to put a pod down my toilet for the health of my septic. And you can buy these pods online at Amazon or in your local hardware store or grocery store, and they just feed your septic tank with good bacteria. Also, if you have a septic tank, you need to know and you need to understand, and everyone that comes into your home needs to know and understand, nothing is flushable except toilet paper. Nothing. Flushable wipes are not flushable. Nothing is flushable except toilet paper. And you've got to stick to that. Those flushable wipes are not flushable. They will clog up your drain field so fast. The other thing that you want to be careful about in your septic system is grease. You do not want to put like bacon grease or cooking grease down your sink. You want to let it congeal, put it in the trash, something like that, but do not send it into your septic system. Most septic tanks have a grease trap, but if that gets clogged, you've got to go in there and clean it out, or you're going to have a service call for the septic company to clean it out. So you want to think a little bit harder. If you've never had a septic, you want to definitely maintain the health of that septic system. Smoke alarms, when those batteries go, I swear there is a setting in those smoke detectors that those batteries will fail at 2 a.m. It happens all the time. 2 a.m. in the morning, not 2 p.m. It's always 2 a.m. So make it a point to change the batteries in your smoke detectors like once a year. April 15th, January 1st, maybe it's the day of your birthday, whatever is a day that you can remember in your calendar, but stick to it. Trust me, when they go off at 2 a.m. and you can't find the one in your grogginess that's causing the issue and you don't have the correct batteries to put in it, it is frustrating. Just a little tip that I've come across. And then those air filters, you want to change those once a month. Just put that on your calendar every 30 to 45 days. You can gauge that by how dirty they look after 30 days. If you have pets like I do, I have a golden retriever, I do mine about every 30 days, and that's just going to improve the health of your HVAC system. Keeping your outdoor unit hosed off, especially if you're close to the ocean, that can help a lot, things like that. And if you're worried about the age of your mechanicals, if they're not new, you can always purchase a home warranty, either at closing or just after closing. So tip number 3, start building equity and wealth. Every mortgage payment builds equity, which is your home ownership stake in the house. The equity is a powerful tool, and you can tap into it down the road. Plus, if the market continues to improve every year, your home's value will likely increase, meaning you're building wealth just by living in your home. And typically, during healthy markets, we see appreciation go up anywhere from 3 to 5%. Now, we've had huge gains of appreciation in the last 3, 4, 5 years. We're not going to see those double-digit numbers all the time. Even 2% of a $300,000 or $400,000 or $500,000 house is a lot of equity. So you want to see nice, steady equity increases each and every year, and that's building wealth in your home. Step number 4, consider energy efficiency. Small improvements can make a huge difference. So consider upgrades like smart thermostats, LED lighting, and energy efficient appliances. If you've got a water heater that's original and it's 25 years old, the new ones are much better at energy efficient. The cost to run them for the year is is much less. So before you do a costly repair, consider the difference in what would happen if you just upgraded to a newer, more efficient appliance. I know sometimes we'd rather go for the small repair, but that new appliance might just make a difference. I would warn you, however, about jumping into big things like solar panels. I've seen a lot of people jump on the solar panel bandwagon lately. There are government kickbacks on them and things like that. And the people that come to your house will tell you it's going to improve the value of your home. And as a realtor, I'm here to say that is not the case. Most buyers don't want them. They're ugly. When you purchase them and you purchase them on an agreement to pay for them over time, what you may not realize is that solar panel company is putting a lien against your house. So your electric bill may go down to $12 a month or $18 a month, but you're paying $150 a month every single month for 30, 40, 50 years to pay for those solar panels. And I'm not convinced they're going to last that long. If they're put on a new roof, we have to ask questions like, do they void the warranty of the roof, especially if that is a fortified roof? So I would be cautious around that, and I would ask a lot of hard questions and do your research. But my experience with homes that have had solar panels, it is not a benefit to the buyer. And the seller is usually stuck with paying for those solar panels at closing. So if you put them on your house today and you take that government kickback and you sell that home in 3 years and there's a $30,000 lien against your house, that $30,000 lien is going to eat up every bit of equity that you have in that home. That's not the purpose of buying a home. So I would just be careful in pursuing the costly things like solar panels. But the other little things, not only do they save money, but they also add value to your home. Tip number 5, get involved in your community. You're not just buying a house, you're joining a neighborhood. You're becoming part of a community. Introduce yourself to your neighbors, attend those local events, and explore your new surroundings. Feeling connected can make your new home feel like home. And also, getting out and getting to know your community is an investment in you and your home and your safety and all the things, because I know my neighbors, they get to know me well, and they're always looking out for my well-being, or when one of us is sick, they're there to help out, or if they see our dog loose or something like that, they're very quick to grab her and put her in the backyard. So your community is there to rally around you. So get out and get involved in that community. Your first year as a homeowner is full of learning and growth. It's exciting, it's empowering, and yes, sometimes it's a little overwhelming. But don't worry, I'm always here if you need guidance or if you have any questions. If you need a vendor recommendation, you need your toilet replaced, you need your yard mowed, you need an electrician to hang a new ceiling fan, just reach out to me and I'll give you some names of people that I've used myself, people I know and trust. It's better than just kind of throwing a dart at the phone book, so to speak. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this 10-part journey through building wealth through homeownership. I hope it's empowered you with knowledge and confidence to take the next step. If you're ready to begin your own path to homeownership, or if you just want to talk about your options, I'd love to hear from you. My contact is in the information below. Remember, it's not as hard as you think. There's a lot of myths about first-time home buyers. Mortgage payments are still equal or less in most cases to what we're currently paying in our areas for rents, and it's yours forever. You control it. You can't be evicted. There's no more landlords. That's the biggest thing, is just stopping the rent and stopping the landlord and being in control of your destiny. Because when you're a renter and you have a landlord and you're on a month-to-month lease or you only have a year lease, you have very little control in your journey of where you go next. So home ownership is about controlling that journey as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share this series with anyone who dreams of owning a home, because the journey is better when we take it together. See you soon, and welcome home.